Hello everyone, I am Pokemon Sapphire, the best Pokemon. And if you came here from the 11-year-old Cotton Eye Joe video, then please enjoy watching my little experiment that I performed in 7 Days to Die, because it has some very interesting results. Just the other day I was playing the new Alpha 21 update we got for Christmas.
It's not Christmas, Rolf.
It's July!
And while we were playing, my friend Silver Flash discovered his Iron Pick had more range than his Iron Spear. Now we all expect the game to have issues, being an early access game since 2013. But this just begged the question, what melee weapon has the best range? So as you can see here, I have targets set up at 1, 2, and 3 blocks to test weapons. Here I am on a brand new server, day 1. I'm going to reset my character back to level 1, just to show you that I have no perks that could affect any weapon stats. I am also showing that my clothing offers no bonuses at all. So I start off with my bare fist, no tools, just to test it. Then I move on to the knuckle weapons. And I move on to the knives. And I finish this row with the stone axes. They all have a max range of 2 blocks. Not surprising. Next, I move on to batons and clubs, and they all have 2 blocks. Until I use a ratchet, and it can hit the 3 block target. Now, I would not have bet that it could outswing a baseball bat. But I continue on with the torch, and then with the power tools. I move on to the salvaging and harvesting tools, starting with the ratchet, the wrench, and the impact driver. And they all have a range of 3 blocks. It's very interesting. The shovels, pickaxes, and metal axes all have similar results. Now here's the one that surprised me the most. These large, heavy, destructive hammers, they all have a range of 3 blocks. That is absolutely insane. The machete here is the only actual weapon with a range of 3 blocks. And here I saved the best for last, the stone, iron, and steel spear. I begin to test them, and shockingly, they all have a range of less than 2 blocks. Until I performed this test, I would have believed they had a range of at least 2 blocks, not less than. This is also compounded by the fact that the wiki has the spears listed with a range of 3.2, which I will assume is 3 blocks. But the wiki lists machete as 2.3, and the sledgehammers as 2.6. It's very interesting. After testing the range on the target blocks, I decided to move on to a live zombie. I did not think it would have mattered, but apparently it does. As before, I am resetting my character to show you that I have no skills or clothing that can affect weapon stats at all. Once again, I start with my fist. The blades. stone axes, and they all have a range of 1 block. Moving on to clubs, I get similar results. However, here you can see that the wrench, ratchet, and the impact driver cannot hit the zombie, but can hit the wall. Until I get 1 lucky hit on the zombie as it is sprinting at me. I then turn off the zombie AI and I'm able to land a few shots on the zombie, even with the baseball bat that I could not before. Next is the power tools that has similar results, until the chainsaw gets another lucky hit. With the hammers, they could smack the target at a range of 3 blocks, but here they cannot. Before with the hammers, they could hit the target with a range of 3 blocks, but here they cannot. I believe the difference in weapon ranges from blocks of zombies is because the zombie hitboxes are a lot different than a static block object. The picks and the axes and the machetes have a similar issue. They cannot hit the zombie, but they can hit the wall. Now, to contradict the first test, the spears with the power attack can hit the zombie at a range of 2 blocks. So this here is just proving that the difference between block targets and zombie hitboxes was enough to perform multiple tests for. And here I have one last test for you. A side-by-side with targets and zombies. You can see the difference between the picks, the hammers, the axe, the machete, and the impact wrench. And side by side, the spears can sometimes hit the target, but not the wall. I'm not sure why it is so different between blocks and zombies. I'm guessing the weapons and the tools are just coded differently with different values. A good early game strategy was to roll around with 3 or 4 stone spears in your hotbar and use them. This is even worse if we also take into account that the Alpha 21 update removed the ability to throw spears, and instead added a thrusting power attack. Thank you all for watching this video. Please comment your favorite melee weapon to use. Mine personally is the Iron Axe. I like the Fire Axe aesthetic, because the Steel Axe just kinda looks too dumb. And I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas.
It's not Christmas!
Who's up for eggnog?
Me, I'm not sure.